You know, the goal is a moment of real quality from Stephen Fletcher, a brilliant first touch and volley into the bottom corner, which, you know, he made it look a hell of a lot easier than what it actually is. Probably on the balance of play, a draw might have been fair, but for me it's the manner in which we concede that equaliser. You know, I can't accept that. Not in this game, not with VAR, not with the technology there to support us. There's not enough contact there for me to warrant the penalty being given against us. And when you're at the bottom of the table like we are, fighting for our lives, you know, those 2 points taken away from us could be invaluable.
We started poorly for 20 minutes. We didn't land on second balls. We didn't turn them round. We didn't make them defend, which we spoke about. And that's the disappointing aspect. The reaction to that was fantastic. You know, we controlled large amounts of the game. We score a goal. We had numerous chances to go on and win the game. So it's through no lack of effort or trying. We just, for some reason, at the first 20 minutes of the game today and the Motherwell game, we just didn't do the things we're very good at. But we rectified that, and I think credit has to be given to the players.
A game of two halves at Tannadice. A draw probably just about right. It was Stephen Fletcher who got them off to a flyer in 3 minutes, Neil.
Yeah. Sorry, that was funny. No, I think it's a really strange little 1-2 he plays with Taylor. He helps it on. Taylor, actually, I mean, it's not a bad header, but Fletcher's reading where the header's going to drop to. His first touch is absolutely brilliant. It just kills it, sits up, and I tell you, what a finish, because it's very easy to lean back in that under a bit of pressure and sky it over the bar. His knees across it, he's powered it right into the far corner.
He's such an important player for Dundee United. Not just the goals, he probably needs to bring his goals tally up a wee bit, but in terms of how he leads the line for Dundee United, he's been pivotal. Yeah,
he's going to be critical, particularly when it gets to the split. But they need to get somebody close to him, Stevie. Pollock played off him today, McGrath, and I think that was important to get in touch with him. They can't be too detached from Stephen, because he's not got the legs to run the channels that he maybe once did. But his awareness of the game, his strength to hold it in and link the game is very important. Of course, he can finish.
Absolutely. Let's talk about this penalty that St Mirren got. Jim Goodwin not impressed with the decision. What's your review of it, Richard?
I've got to agree with Jim Goodwin. It's a nonsense. He just throws himself to the ground. If there's any contact, it's minimal. You see the reaction of the Dundee United defender. He doesn't even know what he's done wrong, because he's done nothing wrong. And again, this is the part of the game that boils my blood. You know, it's cheating. He's just thrown himself to the ground.
It's a few times a night, Richard.
I know, but it's. But
the point is,
they're conning referees, and then if it happens against them, everybody complains.
But you shouldn't be able to con a ref, because you've got VAR sitting there, and the referee doesn't even get the opportunity to go and look at the monitor.
He does have the opportunity. He obviously chooses not to.
Well, whoever's in the VAR centre's obviously decided that he doesn't need to go over to look at the monitor.
Yeah, so it's twofold.
It makes you wonder, what's the person in the VAR centre seen there? What's the person in the VAR centre seen that we can't?
I've no idea, because every time we watched it, we said there's absolutely not enough contact. If anything, the contact's generated by Curtis Main, because he's clever, actually. If you put it onto his toes, he's clever, because he just wants to win the race, get in front of Aina, and then just try and generate some contact, or slow up and get something and hit the deck. And it's a shame, because the boy can't evaporate, he can't move himself out of the way. He's just continuing in the line he's going in, concedes a penalty, and as Jim Good was saying after, the difference that 2 points could make to that club could be absolutely huge, and that's why that referee has the ability to go and check the monitor.
But he didn't. He needs to be called over, doesn't he? But why have they not?
Why wasn't he called over? That's the point. Incredible. Anyway, right, let's talk about the chances that Dundee United had towards the end of the game, and then St Mirren had a good one, probably in about 100 minutes. This game went on forever.
Yeah, I think that was the time it took to award the penalty. But I think, I think you know, managers were saying that on the balance, a point was fair for each. But I think when you see the chances that Dundee United miss in particular, I think there's one from Niskanen coming up where he's just got to hit the target. I think he goes for power, and as Neil spoke about with the Fletcher attempt, you know, it's easy to. This is the one here. Just hit the target. You've just got to hit the target and you score a goal. But you know, you talk about Fletcher controlling his volley from the edge of the box. That's an easier volley because the ball's sitting down low, and he's just got to hit the target. And that's a half chance. That's a fantastic volley. Yeah, I mean, it's a horrible touch from Main, but it's a fantastic attempt at goal. But that's a half chance. But the Niskanen one, he's got to score that.
Yeah, St Mirren play Livy.